Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 10.5 of Pre-Algebra Math today, part 1. So today's lesson, 10.5, surface areas of prisms and cylinders. 20 points of note-taking today. Classwork, 40 points on your classwork sheet today for surface areas. Of prisms and cylinders, here is your standard 7G6. Teachers, today's bell work. The diameter of a circle is 22. What is the approximate area here? Find the slope, students, do this one. Give your students 6 minutes, teachers. Okay, welcome back for solutions today for our bell work. For number 1, here it is here. Radius equals d over 2, which equals 11. Diameter of a circle is 22. So what is the approximate area? What is our area formula? Here it is, pi r squared. We know our r now is 11. So we do our math there, and we get 380 square meters. Find the slope of this line here through these 2 points, rise over run. We use our slope formula and we come up with 0, so it's a flat line. Both these have the same y coordinates, so it's flat. Okay, into our lesson today, page 1 of our classwork. You found the areas of triangles and rectangles. You find the surface areas of prisms and cylinders, and we got a pizza box. Here's our pizza box. The surface area of a solid is the sum of the area of its faces. A pizza box has a rectangular shape. Here's the dimensions of the pizza box. What is its surface area? So we know its dimensions. We'll find the surface area. Here we have pasta, I guess. In example 1, so a net is used to find the surface area of a pizza box. A net is a two-dimensional representation of a solid. The surface area of a solid is equal to the area of its net. So we have a rectangular box here. We flatten it out. Let me get this here. Here's the net of this here. So the surface area, students, in your own words, define surface area, define net. Okay, that goes in your notebook. Let's go into an example here. Example 1, using the net to find surface area. Here's our pizza box. So we want to find the surface area here, and that includes flaps and everything else. Use the net to find the surface area of the pizza box. So how would we find the surface area here? So find the area of each face. Area of top or bottom is 16 here. So we have 16 up here. It looks like just 16 here too. So it's 16 squared, and that's 256 squared inches from the bottom. So for the other surface areas here, area of each side, we have a 16 by 2 here, 16 by 2 here, 32 square inches. So, and then how many sides of those have we got? So, and this is what it comes. We have 4 sides here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the 256 here, squared. And we come up with this, 640 square inches. So the surface area of this box is 640 square inches. Draw a net for the solid, then find the surface area. We have a cylinder, and students, you have a is this a square? It's a cube. So then draw a net of this is 5, 5, 5. So this is a cube. Find the surface area here, students. We're going to do this cylinder up here as our guided practice, okay? So here it is here. Here's our lateral surface. Here's our top and bottom. So we have 16 pi, 11, wait a minute. We have this 8-inch here. What are we doing here? Area of the bases our pi r squared. So we have base 1, base 2. That's the top and bottom. Then the lateral, what they call the lateral area or the side, is 2 times pi times 8 times 11. Well, why? We're finding, basically this is the circumference here. So that's our 2 pi r. 2 pi r is 8, 2 pi r, and then times 11, which is the height of it. And then we get this number here. And then we add these together, right? 64 pi and 64 pi plus 176, and we get this number here. So it's 955 square inches for the surface area of this cylinder here. And then this is yours, student. Okay, into our next situation here. Surface areas of prisms. The lateral faces of a prism are the faces that are not bases. The lateral area of a prism is the sum of the areas of the lateral faces. The surface area of a prism is the sum of the areas of the bases in the lateral area. In the diagram P here, P is the base perimeter. So P is the base perimeter here. It'll be down here. And so we have this situation here, the base perimeter. This would be this box. Here's your bases here. But then your lateral area is actually the length here, which they call P times H. And then H would be your height here. So it'd be kind of like the circumference here of this rectangle times height. That would give us the area here. The blue would be that, P times H. And then you have your two bases there. So the surface area equals to two base areas, here and here, plus the lateral area, which is the blue. So we have the pink and the blue. So the two B's, we have the areas of two B's here, and then the area, the lateral will be P times H. That'd be the way that you would figure the surface area of this box. So surface area of a prism, surface area S of a prism is the sum of twice the base area, so twice this, and the product of the base perimeter, which would be around this length here, times H, which would be 10 here. So we have widths here. Width here 4, it'd be 4 times 4, if it's a box, I'm not sure. Oh, length here is 6, so it'd be 2 times 6 and 2 times 4. So how do they do that? 2b plus times pH. So we have areas of 2b, b and b, and then pH would be the way that you find your surface area. So it'll be 2 times 6 times 4 here. 2 times 6 times 4 plus 2 times 6 plus 2 times 4. 10 times this amount here. 2 times 6 plus 2 times 4 here. And then 10. So it'll be that here. You have it's a rectangle is what it is. So, and that would equal 248 square units. So you have the area of the base and the top and the bottom, and then the lateral area here would be P times H. And in this case, the P would be 12 plus 8 would be 20. So 10 times 20 would be 200 plus 48 here. Okay, lateral surface, students, in your own words. This goes in your notebook, page 9. On this lesson, 10.5, lateral surface area. Okay, our next example. Using a formula to find surface area. Find the surface area of this prism here. We got a prism. The bases of the prism are right triangles. So here's one base, and then here's your other base. What's the area of a triangle? The formula for that, it would be S. The surface area would be 2b plus pH. We're going to use the same thing that we did on that rectangular box. So write the formula for surface area, 2b plus pH. So how are we going to do that? 2b plus pH. So 2 times 1/2 base times height. So here is our base times height. 2 times that to be the area of the triangles. And then 6 plus 8 plus 10 times 18. So we have this here, 6 plus 8, 6 plus 8 plus 10 here, 10 centimeters times 18. So here is our height. And then our 10 here is our hypotenuse here. So that would be this area here times this over here, and then this bottom piece down here. Then 6 plus 8 plus 10, that would be our P, and then our H should be 18. This would be our height here. So we substitute in values for that, and we get 480 for our surface area of this triangular prism here. Surface area prism is about 480 square centimeters. Find the surface area of this prism, another rectangular prism, and then this is like it would be a triangular prism down here for use in it. So do that one. We're going to do our rectangular prism up here, and our solution to that is surface area equals 2b plus bh. So we have our P here is our length around one of the bases. Then we have our base of 4 times 5.5. 4 times 5.5, which would be here. We have 2 of those. And then our lateral areas would be here, 24 times 5.5 times 4. And we have 2 of those. The way they did it here, 2 bases, what they're doing is 24 times 5.5. This is a base and that's a base. And then the area, the H would be the circumference of this rectangular prism here, which would be this 2 times 24 plus 2 times 5.5. Let's see, times 4. So we have 4 surface areas there of this size here, and that comes out to 500. So the surface area of this prism would be 500 square feet here. And that is lesson 10.5, part 1. Part 2 is available here, as well as all of your other worksheets and class worksheets and tutoring and quizzes and tests and everything else. Thank you.